Alright, so in this video, what I want to do is bake some cookies in a cardboard box charcoal oven. You might have seen these online, but you probably haven't seen anybody do it exactly like this with free charcoal that I find in just the neighboring camps. All this stuff is left over, usable charcoal. It's not exactly the same as the store. In fact, it's almost nothing like what you find in the store, because the stuff in the store typically has bunches of chemicals in them, usually lots of lighter fluid and caking agents and all kinds of other stuff. There are charcoals that you can buy that don't have all that stuff in there. It's called lump charcoal, but it's a lot more expensive. But you can just get it at the neighboring campsites whenever somebody leaves. Sometimes these are here. I find them, they look like they're thousands of years old. Sometimes literally. It's like you go into some ruins areas and you find evidence of old charcoal. I haven't used any of those. I mean, that's archaeological stuff. But what I'm trying to say is you find them everywhere. So there's plenty of free charcoal. It just you'll have to do a little bit of prep. So we'll do that right now. Basically, you look in there and see if it's getting maximally bright, and you just start tipping this, tip this, whatever you need to do to get the angle right so that it's very bright inside of there. So I'm going to take the top off and peel that back just a little bit. Check the thermometer for sure. Yeah, it's a little bit less than 200. But you know what? It smells like baked potatoes. It smells really good. So let me just take that out. In fact, let me get this reflector out of the way. No, I won't do that just yet because I don't know if they're done. It's steaming up pretty good. And let's see, can you even see the potatoes? Let me grab this camera. And see down there. I don't know if I actually really showed you what I was doing. We just have a little black pot. So do a little crush test. Wow. That's pretty flaky. Pretty flaky. It looks like a baked potato. Yeah, that tastes good. Alright, it's boiling and ready to go. So, go through the steps because it's useful. So this has already been preheated. Up here, start grabbing these. So kind of slice these potatoes smaller. That's going to help with cooking a little faster. If they were in chunks, then of course they'd take a little longer. Also, I can fit more potatoes in here if I cut them smaller. Okay, so it's filled almost up to the top. Fill just a little bit more. Do that. Let's hit this water one more time. Okay, the water in there is boiling again. Lid on, and we got a nice clear sunny day right now. It's a perfect chance to try out one of the things that I've done a couple times and it works okay, and it's to make a parabolic reflector to utilize that sunlight to boil some water. And in my past experience, it works. Doesn't work great. It doesn't get all the way to boiling temperature, but that's in the past. Holy crap, that looks amazing. That looks amazing. All right, let's see how the bottom is. This was the critical part. The crust feels really good, and the bottom looks very... Okay, I know this is not lined up. I'm trying to do this with one hand. And okay, try again. There's the bottom, and it looks really good. So, this method, one thing about this method is it produces way more smoke than I am used to. It seems to go along with the territory until I come up with a better way, then maybe I'll mention it to you. So, I'm going to go eat my pizza now. The first one is literally just a hack that you can just throw together in less than a minute. If you need, you're in town, you're going to go be, shopping or something for a couple hours, and you want something to be ready when you come back without like leaving a stove running, which, you should not do. All right, so just had some coffee. I'm going to proceed to the gasifier stove. I'm going to use basic recipe for the one that you can find online for paint can and Progresso stove. So you're going to quart paint can that you can find usually Home Depot, Lowe's, places like that. And standard Progresso can, they're all the same size, 20 ounces. In this case, it says 18.5 ounces. So don't be fooled by that. They're all the same size. I'm going to pull this down. Lift this up. Why is it so stuck? What's going on here? Let's pull it this way. All right. Let's first test this. Got it. So it looks like beans are definitely cooked and they're hot. So that's a good sign. See how the chips are. Chips are a little soggy. No, that tastes pretty good. It tastes really good. It tastes very done. There's a way that you can increase the efficiency of this sort of thing by a ton. And I'll do that by first, I'm going to set this down. And I only generally want to do this if I have, like everything's open here right now. The door's open. And the fumes, they go down, so they're going to go down under here and then go out the door. Some of it comes up a little bit, some of the fumes will come up, but you know, with propane it's pretty efficient. As long as you got a blue flame, which we do, it's a good sign. I think we're just about there. So we're going to be making some vegan chocolate chip cookies. One of the great things about vegan cookies is you could totally just eat the cookie dough without worrying anything about any kind of E. coli or any kind of stuff like that. This is see how it's totally flat. This is, I cut this out of a regular cookie tray so that I could fit it in a small box and it would fit, fold flat and everything, not worry about just extra little awkward shapes. Alright, it's another beautiful day in the desert, and today we're going to proceed with basically part 3 of our kit making, our gasifier cook stove kit. We've already made the gasifier portion, and we have another hobo stove that can be used separately or together, putting this one on top. And especially with our with extra accessories we're going to make today, we'll be able to use this much more like the way that I would like to use it. So this is basically an upgrade for me too. So we're going to find a way to cover up these holes, because these holes get in the way of the chimney effect. You want it to go from down here all the way up to the top without any extra turbulence, which is definitely going to be added if you put extra holes here. Ooh, it looks very good. You see that? It looks very good. So just turn this camera so you can see. And then I'll do the first test. Well, that's about as clean as you can get. Of course, there's the true test once they've cooled down on your little cooling rack. Those are really good. Totally works.